Hello, hello, hello. This is Dr. Bad Vibes. I have some news. In fact, it's an update to old news. You may remember about July of last year, I did a story, repeated a story about a prison guard in the UK. So she did the nasty with one of the inmates and got in trouble. So let's look back at that past nastification, and she's actually been sentenced. So let's take a look and see what happened, and maybe that past nastification will give us gratification. I don't know. Let's take a look at it. So I've got the original story in the description. It's probably popped up on the side of the video here somewhere. This may jog your memory. So, female prison guard who admitted to having relations with inmate and recorded cell romp learns her fate. So I wasn't aware of this. There's actually a friend of mine texted me. He's like, "Hey man, shout out to Zwar. He's on Twitch." He's like, "You remember that story you did?" He's like, "They just sentenced her." I was like, "Really?" It's like, "I kind of forgot about it. I haven't been keeping up." Anyways, so this is the rundown of what happened with some new facts that I was unaware of. So the married did not, or I don't recall that. If I said that before, I've totally forgotten it. The married female British prison guard who was filmed doing stuff with an inmate in his cell was sentenced to 15 months behind bars Monday. Also, a 30-year-old mom did not know that. She pled guilty to doing the nasty with an inmate multiple times at London's Wandsworth prison. And most notably, and why we talked about it before, one of those acts was caught on video, either his cell phone or the cellmate's cell phone. The cellmate was in there and watching, and they also have cell phones. So I do remember that. Like, it looked more like a dorm room than a prison cell. I don't remember. It seemed like it was a fairly high level prison, but they've got female guards and cell phones and stuff. So I mean, I don't know. Countries are different. Anyways, so the governor of Wandsworth slammed the guard at her sentencing for having degraded her position in less than a day and causing other female guards at the prison to be increasingly hit on by inmates who think they're fair game. That's an awful side effect I didn't think about. But, you know, one, they've got multiple female prison guards. That doesn't really click with me. That sounds like just asking for trouble. Again, maybe it's low security. I don't know. I keep speculating on that. Anyways, yeah, this is a still from the video in question here. They, didn't hide anything, including the mess. Come on, what else you got to do all day? Clean that up. So the judge added, "You engaged in sexual activity with a prisoner," who we may also add, I do not recall this either. She runs an OnlyFans account, shocker. And he continues, "That compromised your role as an officer and was misconduct, which undermines discipline within the prison and puts fellow officers at increased risk." Fair enough. So the guard, that's her, at her other job, I guess, wearing a gray suit and white shirt, remained silent during the sentencing hearing. So prosecutors added the mother of one violated her position by using another position with the inmate, who was a felon booked for an $82,000 luxury goods heist in Kensington. This occurred between June 26th and 28th. So I assume this is from the OnlyFans account. The acts were recorded on her prison-issued body-worn camera. So she did this presumably with knowledge that she has a camera strapped to her. Sure, okay. As well as an inmate who had the camera pointed at her on his cell phone as he boasted, "This is how we live at Wandsworth, bro." Tell me how accurate that is. I'm sorry. And she also admitted to having oral sex with another inmate on the same day. Hope the other inmate didn't kiss her. The same day she was recorded having relations with the recorded inmate. The judge also noted, "You participated with evident enthusiasm." He's Sean Connery for some reason. I don't know. Don't hate me. So this is the mugshot. She was arrested trying to board a flight to Madrid from Heathrow. And I believe it may go into that. She has a... Oh, yeah, it goes on here. I'm skipping ahead. A prison service rep said her arrest and conviction serve as a warning to any other prison staffers who may be breaking the law. While the overwhelmingly majority of prison service staff are hardworking and honest, we're catching more of the small minority who break the rules by bolstering our counter-corruption unit. Somebody got corrupted. And strengthening our vetting processes, they said in a statement. As today's sentencing demonstrates, where officers do fall below our high standards, we won't hesitate to take robust action. Somebody busted some action. Anyway, so she holds a Portuguese passport, explaining the Heathrow trip that was cut short, was arrested at Heathrow Airport trying to catch a flight to Madrid after her illicit acts and calling her employers to say she was not returning to work. Calling out sex? So she has remained silent throughout the case, but she spoke up over the summer to condemn other adult stars who are pretending to be her on her OnlyFans and filming parodies of her video. So, hey, I did that. You got to pay me. And I believe that was the end of the story and the beginning of these horrific ads. Okay. I guess I should add, I did look at the comments. Yeah, here we go. I did look at the comments. They're all horrible. So please leave your own comments in the video. I'd like to hear your opinions. The only one worth reading happens to be the only top comment. And they pointed out, I worked in prisons for a decade. This happens way more than people realize, even women who you think you know. I stopped being surprised after a while. I'm surprised there's female guards guarding men. I mean, not to be, sexist, but that just, I mean, there's obvious reasons why that's not a good idea. And plus, like, why are they hooking up with inmates? I can change them. I guess that's the logic. I don't know. Anyways, that's the whole story. There's a video, but it just summarizes everything I said. I was going to play it, but there's no point. There's not even audio. So yeah, that's what happened. She did the crime of being gross, and I guess, and then I mean, worst of all, she's a wife and a mother, so it's like, come on. She got 15 months in jail. I don't know if that's extreme or not. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, she obviously shouldn't be a guard anymore. She didn't do a very good job guarding, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. This whole thing's just silly, and it made me laugh. So I hope it made you laugh. Anyways, let's see what's happening next.